Okay, welcome to the Social Media Value and Payoff Benefits Guide, aka the giant goodie list of the benefits of social media. So let's just take a look at some of the topics here, and I'll talk through some of this content. So maybe the biggest thing that people think about is that social media and online traffic is generating better results for search engines. So social media content definitely helps you found online. But the big thing about search engine algorithms, especially Google, is that they're changing to be more and more real time in their search results. Even Google just last month changed their whole look and everything, and is including real time social media traffic like Facebook and Twitter posts, and also plugging in and basing feedback results less on terms of content and more on terms of time frame. How recently was it published? So you can expect that things are going to shift more in the future towards a real-time social media way of posting things online than the old way of careful, methodical launched content. So Google is leading the way in that, and we can expect that it's going to shift more towards social media as the algorithm changes in the future. So that's maybe one of the biggest reasons, certainly the regular search engine results in terms of like someone looks for something and it's there. Social media doesn't evaporate after a while, but search engines are looking for the hottest and the most recent search engine results about topics. Also, social media, just in terms of link building, if you leave little breadcrumbs all over the place, if you only leave them in one street, then, the only chances that people have of finding it are the people who live on that street. But if you leave them all over the entire city, then everybody who lives in the city has a good chance of finding it. So the more online assets you have, the more links, and the more links, the better your popularity. So social media is a context for free link building, and certainly anything that takes off or gets promoted online opens the doors for other links and other forms of visibility. And Facebook and Twitter and YouTube especially, those are all hot on Google's search list. So competitive edge, this is a big one that's not measurable immediately, but when customers look at multiple options that are similar, all things being considered, they're going to go with a more relevant or a more user-friendly or more modern user experience. So social networking creates relevancy in customers' minds. Regardless of what you're actually putting out there, there's an assumed relevancy with two companies, one who has social media and one that doesn't. And I think that's sort of a subconscious trick that, it's giving into a trend, but it also, there's something substantive there in terms of what people have come to expect from companies. It definitely establishes a cutting edge feel. If you're Twittering, there's not many people twittering comparatively to Facebook, but Twitter's such a huge buzzword, everyone's talking about it, even though almost no one knows and uses it on the mainstream scale. So that's something that shouldn't be ignored, is that any chance you have to get a leg up on your competition using the most modern tools is certainly one of those things. Showing a competitive advantage, definitely if you have social media tools and you're using them and your competition doesn't, you've got a huge leg up on them. And lastly, there's a bridge of trust when you're using the tools that your customers are already using. I think there's a feeling of safety and of openness that comes with using social media tools rather than trying to have people jump through your own hoops on your own website. So that's something to take in mind as well. One big one for social media is just retention. Once you're, things will plateau after a couple months when you've launched a social media campaign. It may plateau out after 3 or 4 months, and your users will sort of level out. But the great thing about social media is that it provides a retention strategy to stay on your client's radar. And oftentimes, the difference between getting a project and not getting it is just having your clients remember you exist, especially for busy people online and computer-oriented or marketing or importing. These are probably time-strapped, crazy, stressed-out people. The more you can do to be on their radar, to remind them you're out there, and to be just a click away through any context, that is a huge perk, and it's something that a lot of people underestimate, is the power of retention. They think social media has to be all about going out and getting new business, getting new clients. That's definitely part of it, but a big part of it is creating a community with your current clients, and to be pulling them in for additional services, and to always choose you, and to be a good customer for you, who's going to go get more work and essentially work for you. So social media, think about it like a marketplace. It's not a thing that you do; it's a place where you are. And look at the quote at the bottom. If there was a shopping center that 300 million people visited a day, wouldn't you want a store there? And essentially, that's what social media is. It's a marketplace.